Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my math channel. This is your coach, Mr. Magno. We are now on Module 6, Lesson 3. We're going to name points using coordinate pairs and plotting points. I'm not going to take you to the whole thing, but we're going to do a few of these things. Let me show you what I mean. Instructions are crucial, so we're going to read instructions. Our understanding of this says construct an x-axis that passes through points A and B. Okay, but let's look for point A and B. And since this is going to be the x-axis, we need a 0 degree. There you go. So that has to be horizontal. And this is A and B. So on A and B, we're going to create that horizontal line that they want us to do. So here is what is going to become the axis, x-axis. Now, let's label this axis. It's going to be called the x-axis. Now, the next one says construct a perpendicular y-axis that passes through points C and F. Okay, so let's look at C and F. And the perpendicular line has to cross this one. I didn't do it all the way here. Let me just do it quickly with my magic pen. Okay, now we have to do it. This ruler has to be at a 90-degree angle. So now we have to, because we have to create a perpendicular line, and that's going to become the y-axis. And let me use the same pen. Here we go, and that is the y-axis. And now we have to label the y-axis. Let's label it y-axis. Well, doesn't look like a y-axis. Let me use a different color here. Y-axis. Okay, there you go. That's better. Now our next one says label the origin as 0. Well, the origin is going to be here where they both meet, where the perpendicular line, and this is 0. That's the beginning of it all. And then it says now the x coordinate of B is 5 and 2/3. Label the whole numbers along the x-axis. Okay, so with that clue, we gotta do exactly what they say. Let me move this up here. So B is 5 and 2/3 on the x-axis. We know this is the x-axis. This is where B is. So now we have to label that was 5 and 1/3. No, 5 and 2/3. Okay. Let me use something better to write. Okay, so this is gonna be one. If I'm gonna be able to write this, 5 and 2/3. That's it. So this is going to be the measurement for for B. Okay. So I want you to think about this. If this point is 5 and 2/3, then one more is going to be 6, because 2/3 plus one more is going to be 6. So this tick right here is going to be 6. So now you know, based on this number that says thirds, that means that this is labeled in a way that you have 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, which equals 1. So this is going to be 1, right? And then we're going to have, again, we're going to count. Let me see, where's my pen? Count 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, and that will be 2, 2 and 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. That will be 3 right here. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, that will be 4 here. 1, 2, 3, and this will be 5. And according to this, if you go 1/3, 2/3, that should be the number that we have here. So we are correct. This is how we made the scale for the x-axis. Now we're going to look now at the y-axis. It says that C is 5 and 1/3. Okay, here is C. So C right here, let me put that on it. That is, the label is 5 and 1/3. Now, if you are a good student of mathematics, you know that 5 and 1/3, before that number, there should be a 5. And one more thing, that a clue that we have here is this is a third. So that means every 3 boxes, you're going to have a hole. So let's start from 0. 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, which equals 1. Okay? And then 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, which equals 2. 2 goes right here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and this is 3. 1, 2, 3, this is going to be 4. And 1, 2, 3, that's 5. And 1, 2, 3, 6 should be right here. So now we have the each scale on each of the axes. Now the next thing you're gonna do, you're gonna find out, for example, E. What are the coordinates for E? If you remember that we talked about the coordinates start with X, and then the second coordinate is Y. So if we look at X, we gotta go from here to here and go up. Okay, it should be right here, right? So this marking right here for E, it's 2/3. And where that meets is with on the y-axis is going to be 2 and 1/3, 2 and 2/3. So this is going to be 2 and 2/3. So we know now that the coordinates for this particular letter, the E, the coordinates are going to be X, which is first, and we said is 2/3. And the Y is over here, which is 2 and 2/3. 2 and 2/3. And that's how you're going to be finding the numbers for the coordinate points for each of these dots on the grid on this quadrant. This is called the quadrant. And we're going to call this a quadrant 1. Okay? All right, be sure to watch the video. It is a very simple lesson that is based on lessons 1 and 2. Signing out, your coach, Mr. Manuel.